Okay, welcome back everyone to some more ogre whatever the hell this is. What do we have for an amulet? +4 reflection. Inaccuracy is obviously worse, yay. Alright, that's good. Just checking what this character does. Not bad. Alright, cool. I've been playing on Demise 101 a little bit more. I actually found some interesting things out today about anti-magic. Anti-magic actually affects demons and also other things. I never really pay attention because I usually kill them fast enough. But it actually does affect quite a couple of things. Oh, is that Amulet of Accuracy? Holy shit, that's really good for this character. The reason why it's good is because it gives me Repel Missiles and Evade for free, basically, because I'm never going to be fighting things. So inaccuracy literally means jack all to me. So it's a ridiculously good amulet. Some of these, one of these amulets are kind of useless at this point. Is this Shield Protection on yet? Nah, it's still not. Damn it. Okay. But yeah, today I learned a lot about anti-magic. For example, did you know that it works on ghost moths? Because I sure as hell didn't. Surprising. And of course you mark me right in the middle of all my guys. What a prick. What a serious prick this guy is. Alright, let's just get out of here. Let's just skedaddle. Been like doing something about the channel, with regards to like what I want to do after this character, or after this run I guess. Because I might die on this character. So it's a little bit unlikely at this point. I think we're doing a Nemlex game. I actually realized I haven't done a Nemlex game in quite some time. I'll probably be doing that a little bit later. Oh yeah, I found a scarf, that's right. I totally forgot. Repulsion, that's garbage because I already have repulsion. Alright. That's really nice that I managed to get. Like, normally Repel Mist, that would actually be like my go-to scarf, but because I got this ridiculous amulet, I can, like, actually just completely. Like, this character is pretty decent now. Like, I know I said the defense was garbage, but I actually have, like, somewhat good-ish, like, ability to kill stuff now. And also survive, which is insane. Like, to have repel missiles in this day and age is pretty rare, so getting it for free is quite nice. Go kill. Nice. Alright. We're actually rolling pretty high now, I think. In terms of spell, I only think Dragon's Call's left, I think. Was it? Yeah, Dragon's Call. I don't really know if I want that specifically. Probably don't. Oh, don't mark me, please. I mean, I even have double RF, MR plus. So if I got marked, it'd be pretty sad. I mean, double MR plus plus isn't very much, but still, I have some non-zero amount of MR. I expect to survive it. Kind of spamming the ugly things now, mostly because it's kind of like important for this character, because otherwise I'm just not doing enough damage. Like the menagerie is good, don't get me wrong, but it is a little bit starting to fall. Not too much, but it can't kill large groups of enemies, which is the problem with menagerie. It's really good against like small skirmishes, but in bigger fights it tends to fall off because the enemies are all like not the allies that I get are not ultra tanky. I mean, like they're pretty good. Look, as you can see, they can take on like decent numbers of enemies, but against like those big depths and like huge vault areas, it's gonna be really tough for them to deal enough damage. Considering I can only have 3 of them, whereas with the horrible things you can get 8, so it's a little bit better. Like right here, I'm just like kind of using them to like create a huge distraction while they also deal damage. Whereas in this case, I can use a single menagerie because it's much easier to deal with smaller enemies. It's also good at like clearing up enemies because of the raw damage it does. I don't know. There's a different use of summoning spells for different occasions, I guess. Ow. You still take a lot of damage though. Man, repel missiles is nice. It's a nice feeling to have. That spell. Back now. Back in our lives, I guess. Alright. Well, continuing on. I wanted to talk about like Nemlex and stuff. I probably should be doing more Nemlex games, but the thing is, like, the Greaterplayer run, it's kind of not really, like, designed to give you a whole number of, like, god wins. I mean, you can have it that way, but it just makes the run that much harder or more tedious to do, right? It's not like it makes it specifically easier to go through every god as well. I also haven't done a Nillivalon run, a Zin run, I think. Actually, I might have done a Zin run. I don't know. I don't remember. Probably haven't done a Nillivalon run, at least. I'm pretty sure. I might actually follow that up with Vinestalker. I haven't really tried that before, but I heard Vinestalker and Nillivalon go fairly well together because you can heal yourself and get extra health, which is pretty good. I mean, Ellie's one of those gods where I always hated her because of how absolute trash garbage she was, in regards to, the whole, have to, like, lobotomize enemies and just not eat food, and, like, it's just like, it was so bad, you were always under leveled and all that crap. This was, of course, before her remake. After her remake, I kind of played her a little bit, but too much, I guess. Like, I played her once or twice. I think I even won a game, but I just didn't really like her that much. I felt like on the games that I was playing, I'd rather take a much more proactive god like Okwaru, Trog, the normals, to get myself like good god abilities or something. Gonna just Lamp of Fire here. As I said before, I like Lamp of Fire for dealing with a lot of enemies in a small clustered area. It does take them out pretty quickly. I mean, even like depth level enemies, I've used 0 Evo Lamps of Fire to take care of. It's pretty strong. Got a Book of Necromancy here. That doesn't really give us much other than regeneration, I guess. Which we did want to pick up, I think, at the end of the last video. So kind of nice and convenient that I got it here. Will I be training for it? No, probably not yet. I still need to train horrible things down to slightly lower. Fighting is getting good. Shield is getting good. Everything's decent so far. I think things are going okay. Not going to go into Vaults 5, obviously, because not a good idea. Not this stage of the game. Usually do that at the end of depth. Weirdly enough, the harpies do not count as a single creature. It looks like they count as one cast worth of creatures, rather than one actual creature, because it says you can only have like 3 of these guys, I think. Yeah, 3 creatures summoned by the spell, but harpies don't count as a summon. It's pretty interesting how that works. I don't know. It's pretty like inconsistent in the way that works, because Menagerie Warden, like not Menagerie Warden. I'm thinking of Hearthstone. Monstrous Menagerie and Summon Horrible Things actually have a completely inconsistent like spell description. Because it says here that Summon Horrible Things can get at least 8, but I'm assuming that means 8 actual summons, not 8 casts. That'd be pretty ridiculous, right? But I might be wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Like, maybe it is actually 8 casts and that's just straight broken. Like, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, maybe? Like, if it could do 8, that means that theoretically you could have, like, what, 50 something allies on screen? That seems kind of insane, and I don't think that's the case. As you can see, oh man, every time I don't get drained, or I don't get inted, like, drained by the, Summon Horrible Things is really nice. It's a good feeling, because you get to just kind of cost that shit for free. Like 8 mana, do insane stuff. Alright, I had music on. I didn't even notice. I was like, it's really quiet. I do like to turn my music on just to have something kind of in my ear, because it sounds really weird to talk in an empty room when you're by yourself and there's nothing to like fill in any white noise. But at the same time, like, I don't have it too loud because otherwise I can't hear myself talk, which does get annoying. The secret inner workings of Demise's recording schedule. How many fucking Earth Elementals are you gonna send to me, mate? Stop. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have the snazzy blue troll leather armor right now. That's cool. I might switch over to the. Oh, I know it's +1. Never mind. Well, I was gonna say I might switch over to the grey one if I feel a bit, feel like a bit of a wardrobe change. But if it's +1, then can't say no to that. Now the question is the shield of fire resistance or the shield of protection better in this case? And I actually think the protection is better for the time being. In Zot, the fire resistance one will be better, but right now the protection is better because extra AC is pretty damn good on this character. Because I have literally like 2. This is just an unfortunate thing to have. Let's just go ahead and X the corners out, just to make sure they don't ever auto-explore into that area. That could be a Wand of Digging. That's kind of a shame that I can't get it. I actually have Apportation. I might be able to just quickly grab it. You know what? I'll probably do that. Alright. See you in hell. Let's go back up there. Because if it is actually application, I'd kind of want that. Oh god. Oh god damn. I didn't even have blink. Fuck, man. Why is it always like this? Jesus Christ. Oh, we are just getting like butt fucked right now. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. That's so frustrating. Like, look at this shit. God damn it, stop. Jesus Christ. You're gonna kill me from nothing. Like, you fucking instantly teleport behind me. Nothing personal, kid. Then fucking lightning bolt me to death. How am I supposed to stop that shit? What? Like, I didn't even have enough time to get the fucking summons in place, too. Especially because the summons are idiots and they engage in front of me. They don't actually understand there's a goddamn insane enemy behind me. And I am RLX, it still took out like more than half my health. Like, isn't that fun? Fucking RLX. Feels good, man. Like, the guy is surrounded by 8 fucking attacks. Oh my god. The Mana Viper can take care of him. The guy is surrounded by like 8 fucking enemies. He stings me for like 60 mana and I just go down like 60 health per turn. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I had to understand that that was the thing. What is going on here? Okay, apparently this wasn't a hallway. I didn't realize this was how the dungeon was laid out. Okay, let's just fill this whole area with fucking summons, I guess, because that's the best way to deal with enemies like this. Just don't let them ever even see you, because that's just gonna break you. Like, goddamn, just stop, please. We have 2 ways of getting Arlec too. I just realized the Crown of Deprovia gives me CNViz and Arlec, and also N+2, which is nice. But the Amulet of Air also gives us Arlec, which doesn't stack, but you know, sometimes I wish it would, just because it would make my life a lot easier. Is there any way I can get that damn wand? Oh, it was a Wand of Digging. I knew it. See? I knew it was a Wand of Digging. I knew it was a Wand of Digging. I don't know why. I don't think it was a vault place Wand of Digging. I think it's just a random one. It's really nice that I got it though. Because now I can dig whenever I want. How much food do we have in the dungeon? Alright, that's kind of enough. Because I'm thinking like the Scroll of Acclimate doesn't really need to be on anything. I guess I can put armor and see what I get. That's garbage. Like, the Cloak of Magic Resistance is better. Invisibility is not that good on a mage. Like, it's just not that good. Straight up. Like, it has its utilities, yes, but it doesn't, it's not as good as MR. Like, MR is just significantly better. Just because MR stops you from dying straight up. Okay, we just got knocked off the stairways, that's alright. Our summons are strong enough to kill dire elephants at this stage in the game. I like how the ogres are like still orange to me. That's so sad. Just kind of spamming, pressing buttons, seeing what I can summon. I don't even remember my spell list, I'm just playing it by like, just like complete instinct. But hey, it works. Like I said before, I literally don't remember my characters individually. I actually play by memorizing the keys. Like I put the key down. Like I have preset keys for every single spell that I want to cast, and I only use those spells in those certain situations. So I only cast those spells regardless of how strong or weak my character is. So I always know what my AoE spell is. I always know what my like level 9 spell is if I have one. I always know what my summoning spells are and what specific order. I just have like like pretty much every single spell in the game has a specific a Elephant. Whoa. I thought they removed you. I guess they removed the unique. I don't think there was a unique in normal core. Yeah, like I have a specific keyboard shortcut for like every spell, I think. Maybe not the translocation spells because they're garbage as hell. But I would know what key to put it in. I couldn't explain it to you, but I have a system apparently. That's a nice thing about like playing this game long enough. You just develop like a complete system that you can't even explain yourself. You just kind of do it. You're like, hey, it works, and then you just kind of forget why it's in place in the first place. Oh, you know what's a really good spell? Lightning Fire. Turns out it's really good, except when it gets blocked by something. Then it's not so good. Shoot! You son of a bitch, you didn't shoot. Alright, let's block off our own corridor. Let's go. Lightning Spire, yay! Holy shit, Lightning Spire is actually pretty good. It's not, like, the worst spell. For level 4 spell, it's pretty good, and the reason why it's good is because lightning is broken. It's just broken. Cursed -4 ring of evasion. Exactly what you want to see. I wonder if the intelligence is actually that necessary. I mean, I guess it is. Let me actually check. So this is 10%. If I get rid of one int, I'm still at 10%. Okay, that's. I guess I'll get rid of the extra int ring then. I mean, this ring sucks as well. It's just int +3 RN, but it's like it's trading 1 point of int. It's literally not making a difference to me. It might make a difference in terms of like spell hunger or spell power. I don't give a crap though because I'm summoning. Like for this character, it's literally just whatever you can, like whatever. Oh my god! I just realized this is the level. It's just like whatever you can summon, you can summon. You don't need to think about like spell power or anything. This is the level that the elephant graveyard, but instead of regular elephants, they put dire elephants here. I'm just gonna go ahead and raise the corpses of these elephants so they can go and do the work for me. I don't really feel like fighting the rest of these elephants. I'm just gonna raise them all up. It doesn't cost me anything really. And I can just get this big ass army of skeletons that instantly dissipate upon having a single fight, so that's kind of unfortunate. But hey, whatever, it's for star points. Oh, mace. Of venom. Manual of throwing. We've only had any good throwing stuff at all. No. Actually, wait, you know what? Large rocks can be thrown. 68 further duplicates. What the fuck? Oh, okay. Apparently they've completely changed the way that large rocks work. Actually, no. You know what? Large rocks are stupid. No. Don't need it. Don't need it. No, fuck that. It's a waste of EXP. Because large rocks actually take, like, a ridiculous amount of skill to get anywhere near usable. Like, you need at least 15 to make them serviceable, and even then they're not really that serviceable. They hit Mindalay at 26 skill. And in no universe is throwing actually good enough to rely upon. I mean, I actually might make a character that's just pure javeliner, like, just because I want to try it. Like, I actually might do that one day, just to, like, have a character. Oh, fuck. Please don't. No, why would you all surround me now? Fuck, no. I might actually die here. Shit, I'm gonna teleport. I'm gonna heal wounds. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna die. I can't teleport to that stairs, so I'll just take Mara and shit with me. Oh, fuck me. That hurt. Okay, I'm gonna haste here, just so I don't draw the attention of all these assholes. Jesus Christ. It's a good thing I hasted. I almost got absolutely destroyed by those ogre mages and defenders and such. That would have been real bad, so it was pretty smart of me to preemptively do that. But that was a really unfortunate flaw. Like, that's just very bad luck there. To get that many enemies on me instantly. Okay, so how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, apparently there are more than 8. Does that mean that I can hold literally 8? No, well, they're timing out, so maybe not. I mean, it seems like I can have more than 8, but it doesn't seem like I can have them for much longer than a couple of turns. If that makes sense. Maybe it's like calculated weirdly, and like one creature is like 2 creatures, because why not? Wait, did we? Okay. No, I was gonna say, I thought we got mutated, and I thought that explosion was a mutation, but it's just the Earth Elementalist, which is fine. Flat damage I'm not afraid of. Certain bad mutations might be something to be afraid of. Use the menagerie to back up the skeletons. Skeletons are short life, so I'm willing to just sacrifice them all. I don't need to worry about any conservation or any garbage like that. Let's put the ring on instead of just wasting an ID scroll for it. Do we have a book? But wait, what? We had a book or something that. Okay, maybe I'm just imagining things. I swear I had 2 books, not 1. Oh, right, there's a book on the floor. That doesn't seem like that was what I was talking about there. Okay, can I, like, abjure those assholes? Can I abjure? Oh my god, I can actually abjure my own self. Holy shit, Mara got counted. That was really cool. Sublimation of Blood is actually pretty good. It provides me with a lot of mana at the cost of my own health. I'm actually going to learn it, but not really care about it too much. Like, it seems like I can use it to kind of channel my mana, but I do need Necromancy spell power to make it work. I probably will train a little bit more Necromancy now. I think that spellcasting can come off because I've already got enough spell levels for everything, and Hungerlessness is not a problem. I'll train Necromancy instead. In regards to the Dragon's Call, I will be looking at that. It is 71% fail. I will probably pick it up at some point, just because it's a cool spell. It's not a great spell, but it's cool. That probably marks the first level 9 spell I've had in a very long time. Especially on a 3-rune mage. Yeah, the Summoning School is pretty cool, I think. Like, I was around for the entire time when it got nerfed, but I still think, like, Summoning is okay now. It used to be really bad before because there was no Lightning Spire, no, like, the opening book was just absolute shit tier. I think Monstrous Menagerie was, like, even worse than it was. Like, it was much worse than it was today. Call Hydra, Call Forest, whatever, they didn't exist. Like, that shit didn't exist at all. You just had, like, the regular vanilla garbage. Summon Dragon was trash or something. I don't remember. It was a while ago, but I do remember, like, no summon limit, because I remember running around with, like, a billion imps. You never really did it, though, like, honestly. Even though summon limits are a thing, like, you never really actually went to this, like, sorry. Even though summon limits weren't a thing, you never really got to the point where it was ridiculous. Like, it was mostly used theoretically, like shitposts that Ultra would do, pretty much. So getting it removed was, like, kind of pointless, I guess. Because no one really engaged in that kind of behavior, but because there's a theory it has to get removed, it's a really dumb way of doing things, but whatever. It's not really my problem. My problem is when the player is extraordinarily fucked over, like in case of RLF, where, you know, you just get fucked. Like, it's like Entropy Weavers, RLF enemies, Thorn Hunters, blah blah blah. They all have gimmicks that relate to basically them just being stat monsters. Like, let's do X amounts of damage to you, rather than just the Y amount that was done before. I'm using that to denote digits, so I guess I should be a bit more clear about that. Like, it just seems kind of silly when, wait, the fuck? Oh, +6 ring of protection. Oh, apparently, like, okay, apparently what happened is, the putting on the better ring of protection took the other ring of protection off that was worse. But a +6 ring of protection is worth getting rid of for magical power. It's actually so strong. Like, I have 21 AC, and, like, 6 of that comes from the protection, and, like, what is it, 5? Yeah, no, 3. So 3 AC comes from the shield, 5 AC comes from, 6 AC comes from the thing. So I'm literally running around with 13 AC, 12 AC naturally. In depth 4, like, holy shit. I know Mage is supposed to be squishy, but this is a little bit of an insane case. Like, if it weren't for all this protection, I'd be running around with actually 12 AC, 19 evade. That's pretty sad if you think about it. This is a huge pain in the asphalt. I'm gonna have to deal with it at some point, so I'll just do it now. Ugh. Juggernauts. Not actually too bad now. Yeah, Juggernauts used to be apeshit broken as well. And they really were a good case of, like, this is exactly why, this is exactly what I mean by, you know, the whole game's going to just stats. Like, that was a big problem before. Just enemies were, like, just way overstated to make difficulty. It wasn't, like, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like, there's like 2 real competing thoughts that you have to think about. It's like, on one side you have to think about, like, if it's not enough stats, it's not interesting. Like, if you can't make, like, just stat enemies interesting, but at the same time, having every enemy have a new gimmick is just, like, annoying as shit after a while. And if the gimmicks are also attached to stats, you're gonna end up with a horrible character, horrible enemy, like, just disgustingly bad. Like, Thorn Hunters, for example. They have the ability to fuck you in terms of ability as a supportive character, but they also deal about 50 to 60 damage raw. Like, Jesus Christ. With no resistance tag, mind you, so you can't even actually counter it. It's just like, Jesus Christ, why is that a thing? The treants sorry, not the trains. The shambling mangroves are also another kind of example, a little bit, though to a lesser degree, I suppose. Let's actually check out what this is. Yeah, it's garbage. Because they do the same kind of thing. Like, they slow you, they're tanky as shit, they deal a lot of damage. You're already in the water. If you're not in the water, you will be once they're done with you. And then at the end of it, like, once you kill it, it punishes you again by summoning things that can paralyze the shit out of you. Like, it's just a really frustrating, gimmicky situation. Oh shit. I didn't realize that all my summons had died. Wow, that's a nice backbone. With a caustic strike. I don't know why that's a crow. That's really weird. That's like the old tile for crow zombie. Caustic strikes looked a bit different before, I think. Caustic strikes used to look fucking terrifying. They don't look terrifying at all now. It looks stupid as shit. Oh, that's right. I do remember not being happy about that change. Some things just kind of slip my mind. Can't be angry about everything all the time. Doesn't work. You can be reminded that you're angry. Let's go down a different staircase. I don't want to deal with that big ass vault. That's garbage. Mostly because it's just unnecessary most of the time to deal with that vault. I have plenty of XP. If I need the XP again, if I'm like drained horribly like I was in one of my games, I'll just go back and do it. Like, if that makes sense. Just does save a bit of XP. And besides, like, I don't need to do it. It's just a waste of time. Alright, as you can see, I'm at 20 int now, and the reason why I'm at 20 int is because I've been casting the ugly things so much. I probably should refrain from doing it as much as I am, but in cases like this, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Because, Jesus Christ, we are getting butt fucked right now. Let's get a manticore. Yes, nice. Get more manticores and stuff. Pull away from these guys, I guess. Just gonna use Monstrous Menagerie, I suppose, for a little while, until my int gets back up. Like, having not full int is not a big deal, but it's just, if it gets too low, I won't be able to cast my spell properly. Like, I want to avoid getting to the point where it's, like, actively hurting my spellcasting ability. Like, right now it doesn't do anything, it's at 8%, it's fine. But if it goes to, like, 10, oh, sorry, if it goes to, like, 15, 20%, suddenly I'm in, like, deep shit. I gotta worry about it. The dex doesn't really seem to do much. I guess more int is fine. Like, I don't know. It's not a huge deal what I get. And I said I won't use it, and then I immediately use it. God damn it. I'm gonna abjure aura so that I don't have to deal with any of that crap. And on the first turn, I get mutation from a fucking shapeshifter too. Like, god damn it, man. Like, my already garbage tier AC is now double garbage. Let's just mutate out. Okay, we're frail. That's worse. Alright, scrolls take us a little longer to read, but we got AC and RF plus. We also got Wizardry minus, which is really bad, this character. Because I don't need spell power, I need spell failure rate. But it's acceptable to the point where I'm not going to bother curing out of it just yet. But I will keep in mind that it's pretty bad. And if I need to, I will actually get rid of it. Though I guess I could make the argument that it's hindering my ability to get Dragon's Soul. I mean, maybe the only reason why I don't want to drink the mutation again is because I got RF from it, which is pretty good. I will say that because of how, I said this before, but in case you guys haven't really been watching, I have said already that the mutation thing is stacked to the positive, like the new mutation system, sorry, so that's why I'm willing to use it. But I think the most like common sense like approach to things is definitely to pretty much just ignore the entire system until you get badly mutated and then try to mutate out of it by positively stacking it. Then whatever happens, happens, right? Like in that case, I completely try to avoid that shit until the very last second, and then I finally was like, okay, now I'll mutate. Now I'll opt in to mutate. Alright, nice. Kill a lot of things. Quicksilver Dragon Armor is actually a decent pick for me, I think. I might consider it. Let's, okay, so 23 to 19, so that's 42, 10%. 14%, and 27, 18. So 21, 19. We get a lot of stuff in that. Let's actually get rid of the mutation. If we can get them, okay, well that sucks. That kind of sucks. Okay, so we got worse scrolls. We got AC. We lost the RF, and we managed to get our spells back. So we can wield this. We can use this armor now, which makes us pretty decent. Not the greatest, but okay. Wizardry is really freaking good here. It's actually better than this goddamn garbage ass int thing. Like, okay, wow, that's really good. So now even though we have less int, we're stronger in terms of spellcasting, which is pretty good. I don't know what's summoning stuff, but I'm just enduring it. It's a nice thing about being a summoner. Aura of Abjuration just makes so a lot of the enemies just aren't threats. You have to run away from them at all. Like Ancient Liches, for example, they only become scary because of the whole like conjuration thing. They no longer become like that deadly summoner that you used to be. Alright, we went through this whole vault for no real reason. I think I'll get down to depth 5 this time. I know I said that 30-minute videos are for like high stress situations, and I'm still in one. I just decided it's not that interesting to talk about. Yeah, like I think I'll just go for more like today, just because I feel like this character should be finished soon anyway. Like I have been doing the 30-minute videos thing, which is kind of lengthening the series longer than I need it to be. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have longer series. It's just that like viewer retention just goes to absolute shit for some reason. Like, I guess, fair enough. But it does mean that I have to like kind of play around that a little bit. Alright, see, right now I can just like so happily just endure everything he throws at me. I can also just kind of throw stuff at him whenever I feel. Gonna use the Lamp of Fire here just because the Lich can't get out. I'll just be able to get a free kill on that thing. Pull away because Luis is there. I want to have a nice big group surround her rather than me having to take damage or potentially get abyssed by her. Evening Star Draining, nice. Pretty good stuff. Alright, shield's at 10. We actually don't need it anymore. We're going to train some armor now because the Quicksilver Dragon armor is actually decent as armor. It's not amazing. It's pretty light actually. I think it's like the same as like Ringmail or something in terms of like the heaviness. Something like that. Ring or Scale or something. Probably not Scale. Scale is Fire and Ice Dragon. Look at that. Abjure, easy. What can you even do? Like, holy shit, that's so sad. That's why I say that Elf might actually be decent for this character to do, just because it has no real downside. Okay, just gonna like abjure Trog's stuff as well. Like, Jesus Christ. What a great spell that is. Though if you asked me, like, would you use it if you didn't have summonings? I'd say hell no. It's a waste of EXP. But right now it's pretty good, as you can see. I've never actually had the title Convoker. What the hell was that guy doing? He had a whip. I've never seen that. Like a frost giant, like wielding some weird whip thing. Anyway, yeah, I think Aura of Abjuration is good, but it's not good enough to like pursue on its own. It's just nice as like a side spell to have. I mean, this is only for 3 rune, of course. 15 rune, completely different rules. Well, no rules really. You can do whatever the hell you want in 15 rune. No one cares. Alright, cool. Just gonna go ahead and kill these guys real quick, hopefully. I will have to give up some AC in Zot to get the RF, most likely. If I get rid of the shield of protection, I can run into Zot with 1 pip of RF, which means I don't have to give up either my wizardry or my RF, or my +6 protection wing. Well, so it's pretty good. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry if today I'm going a bit fast in terms of speaking. I'm just kind of getting used to it. I'm trying to like get a lot of ideas out at once because kind of just info dumping a little bit, just to like give as much info as I can in the limited time I have. I mean, I can't really remember what my old style of like playing this game was, but I do vaguely remember that it was kind of similar to this, kind of like rushing through a lot of concepts at a time, just to try to get stuff done, I guess. God, so much stuff in inventory. Fenfolio, get out of here. Don't need you. I guess we'll enchant the weapon, it's not really that necessary. Protection from fire, I guess we want to keep that. It's pretty good. I think that it's actually not as necessary for us to get protection from magic for this character. If only because in the instance of us actually needing the MR, we'll probably just like ignore it. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. God, this is a lot of scary stuff. Okay, alright. That was actually pretty easy. I know I said it was scary, but oh, there's more scary stuff. Let's run away. I just kind of like sit here and like let my stuff do battle, and then I just kind of walk away when I run low on health or mana, or when my stuff just disappears. But as you can see, it's a pretty effective strategy. The premium summoner strategy. Let's walk away from the poison clouds because they do a lot of damage. Guys, shoot! No, what are you doing? Shoot! God damn it! All right, cool. Hunger is like starting to get to us. I mean, we are 120k turns into the game. Like Jesus, that's a very slow game. Even if we are hungerless casting. Cast the lightning spire here so it can shoot down. Okay, pull upstairs because the poison. I don't want to like have to hot swap between poison resist and all my other stuff because plus 6 AC is really good. Huh, I can't abjure this the battle sphere. I just realized that. Interesting. Didn't think about that before. Alright, let's pull up. Nope, apparently not. Wait, ZH. Oh, right. I was like ZH for Hydra. H is Hydra, right? Apparently I have it on ZG for some reason. I mean, that makes sense now that I think about it. Wait, don't we have repel missiles? Wait, where's our amulet? Why did we drop it? What the fuck? I knew it. I was looking at my status bar and I was like, wait, don't I have repel missiles or something? Alright, that's good that I picked it up at this point. I don't know when I dropped it, but hey, I picked it up. Feels good, man. Sometimes I have like entire series go by and then people just like randomly half a month later point out like, oh, you dropped this like at some point. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I don't remember that game, huh? Otherwise I would be totally screwed. I'd be deeply embarrassed. Alright. We're getting somewhere, man. This character is actually pretty decent for a mage. Only 2 hours and 50 minutes. It's pretty good. I'm not even being sarcastic either. It's actually pretty decent for a mage. 3-hour games are like pretty good for a mage, I'd say. I was actually thinking of speedrunning a mage. If you guys want to see that, let me know. Because I might do it on the channel. To start, like literally practice it on the channel rather than, practice it offline and then do it on the channel, like with my speedrunning series. I mean, I actually speedran like the Mental Berserk before the channel started. I think I started it during the channel's like first couple of months or so. But yeah, I was definitely like better at it by the time I actually got to putting on the channel. Like I was able to at least do like almost sub 1 runs, sub 1 hour, which is not horrible, I'd say. But nowadays, like sub 1 hour is like kind of meh. Like I can get sub 1 hour on non-Minotaur stuff. Like obviously I'm not like an expert in Form Sid, but like I mean like in terms of my like I did it on a Deep Dwarf Fighter. I got 40 flat, which is pretty good. It's like, and I think I almost did it on Tengu Berserk or some shit like that. I got like 1 hour and 10. It's pretty like consistent at this stage. Man, this like video has just gone on like everywhere. Like holy shit, so many tangents. Maybe I should call this part in the description Sign of a Cause. Nah, probably not. I don't think math puns are really interesting, especially because they're so basic that like the normal, like the actually math people will just be like, ah, it's so cringe. And I guess the people who don't give a shit about maths will just be like, I don't get it. What a shame. What an absolute shame. If you didn't know, I fucking love maths. I'm just never gonna do it anymore. Like I really like maths. Maths was the best. Never really an English person, which is hilarious given that I'm doing law now. Like, just the absolute opposite of what I want to do in uni. I mean, I guess it's my own fault, but hey, whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do. We're just lagging out right now, so I just had to wait. Weird feeling to take your hands off the keyboard in a game of Crawl, but hey, I did it. Here is a great lamp of fire position. The lamp of fire is directed to only one place, can't actually go anywhere else, and it just like burns everything to the ground. Pretty insane. I'm gonna use Aura of Abjuration here, just get rid of that elephant. Like, damn, that's convenient. I like it. I'm a fan. Okay. Man, Monstrous Menagerie. I wonder how many times we've cast Monstrous Menagerie. I can actually check. How was it done again? Question mark like shift 3. Yeah, look at that. So animate skeleton 474 times. Where's my menagerie? Wait, what? Animate skeleton. Monstrous Menagerie cost 1100 times already. Jesus Christ. Like, it is such a good spell. I'm using it just constantly. It's better than I'd say it's better than Hydroform. Like, in terms of like dealing with depth level enemies and stuff, it's better because more flexible and also slightly more like damagey. Kind of. Not really damagey, but utility damage, if that makes sense. I have said this before. I don't think I've really clarified. Like, a straight up, like, a Lindworm is ranged, that's why it's good. Oh, God. Alright, he was just a shapeshifter, no need to panic. Feels good. Alright, I'm gonna have to end the video here, because it's been 40 minutes. I actually have to study. It's 9:46, I have to sleep as well. That sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe, comment, tell me about how much you love the puppy that was present in the John Wick movie, #1, because that's a pretty good movie. Go watch it if you haven't, and then tell me how much you like the puppy, because I like the puppy. A random tangent aside, I'll see you guys all tomorrow.